Welcome to the Ansible Service Broker Sprint 1 demo. We will cover a brief intro to an Ansible Service Broker. We will go over the Catalog API. We will also go over the Provision API. We will verify the results of the provision. We will deprovision the container. And finally, verify the container is gone. What is an Ansible Service Broker? It's an implementation of the Open Service Broker API initiative. It handles the lifecycle of the AnsibleApp containers and exposes AnsibleApps from configured registries. An AnsibleApp is a containerized app that follows the AnsibleApp specification, which you may have already seen. If not, I urge you to see the following demo. We will now run the Ansible Service Broker demo. So here we have a Vagrant VM which has OpenShift and the Ansible Service Broker. First, we will bootstrap the catalog of Ansible-apps. Normally this can be done by talking to a registry. Depending on the size of the registry could be quite large, so we will like to go ahead and bootstrap what we already know about the AnsibleApps. Now we want to go ahead and run the catalog. So if we look at the catalog script, we're giving a broker header, an API header, then we're going to execute a get on the v2 catalog API. What's returned here is a spec compliant result of the catalog. So if we go back, here we have a list of the services, basically Ansible apps that we have in our registry. There's a Ghost Ansible app, an Etherpad. We also have a WordPress. Today we'll be focused on the Etherpad. We're going to need this ID. So now we want to provision this Etherpad. So let's see if the provision is configured to use this. So we're using the service ID for the provision. Look at the script. We have some various information, some headers. We pass in the instance ID, body of data, send it to the provision. Right now this is a synchronous call. It is going out to the registry, pulling down a container, then it will actually call the run on it, passing it in the provision parameter, which is part of the Ansible app spec. This will take a couple minutes. We are looking to improve the performance. I think we're planning on making it async, maybe putting in some other types of algorithms in the back to make it a little more performant. Okay, so we've downloaded the container, we've run the container, and now we should be able to verify that the application is running. When we ran this, for the purposes of the demo, we were using the admin account. As you can see, we now have a Playbook Etherpad project. Now let's see where we connect to it. We have a route. So this particular AnsibleApp meta container had a Etherpad application and a MariaDB container. Both were launched and configured to run. Now let's test it out. We now have a running Etherpad. Let's just create a new pad. We now have a Etherpad running. Okay, next we're going to deprovision. So again, it's very similar. Here, this time we give it the delete verb and call the same API as provision. The difference is this one uses delete, the previous one used put. So we run deprovision. This will instruct the service broker to delete the Ansible app. In this case, the Etherpad application. This too is currently a synchronous API. There are some performance limits that the Open Service Broker calls for, so we will look into making these compliant. Okay, it was deprovisioned. So if we go look to see what projects there are, as you can see, it is currently terminating the Playbook Etherpad. The Etherpad project is gone. And if we go back to, we should now get, there is no application at that route. So this concludes the Ansible Service Broker Sprint 1 demo.